Good morning students. So today we are going to learn chapter number 3, that is computerized accounting using GST. Now what do you mean by the accounting terms? So that we are going to see in this chapter. Now what are the different things which we are going to learn? In that, the first one is introduction, that is introduction to your accounting software. What is the meaning of accounting? What is the meaning of bookkeeping? So all the terms we are going to discuss. Second one is process of accounting software. So in this chapter specially, we are going to learn with the Tally ERP module. The version is 9.0. So how the process of accounting software is happened in your Tally software. Third thing, different accounting packages, the examples of different accounting packages we are going to learn. Then practical application of accounting software. So with the help of Tally software, starting from creation of company till the goods and services tax, that is the GST, we are going to learn. Then important concepts under GST, GST calculation using different accounting packages, GST on goods with example and GST on services with examples. So different examples we are going to see based on goods and services. So let's start with this chapter. Now this Tally is an accounting software. The Tally is the best example of accounting software which we use nowadays. Before that, a computerized accounting system is an accounting information system. Remember the full form of AIS, that is Accounting Information System, that processes the financial transactions and events as per generally accepted accounting principles. Now here GAP stands for Generally Accepted Accounting Principles. There are certain rules and regulations, whatever transactions you do every day. So there are certain rules and regulations. So whatever regulations are there that are accepted by the GAP principle, that is Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, to produce the reports such as different types of purchase orders, sales order, invoices, whatever requirement is there as per that to produce the different types of reports, this GAP is used. Modern computerized accounting systems are totally based on the concept of database. Now you know the database means whatever information we store in the computer in the form of tables, that is fields and records, that is known as a database. It is also the organized collection of information. A database is implemented using a database management system, which is defined by a set of computer programs that manage and organize data effectively and provide access to the stored data by the application programs. So different application programs are used to store the data in the form of database. As and when required, we can able to access the database. Accounting software describes a type of application software that records and processes accounting transactions within functional modules such as accounts payable, accounts receivable, journal entry, that is the adjustment between the two trading partners, general ledger, payroll, and the trial balance. Trial balance is nothing but the statement of accounts which checks the credit side and debit side. So it is also known as the arithmetical check of your credit and debit balances. It functions as an accounting information system. Now the different examples which we are going to learn in this chapter are Tally ERP 9, then GNU Khata. So in that basically we are going to learn Tally software. Now here we are going to see how the accounting software works. Now as the computer has the three different processes, that is input, output and the process. So input means inputting the information, feeding the information in the computer. Processing is the processing part, whatever information you have inserted, the processing is done on that one, and output is the meaningful result. So in that, the first one is input data. Now what type of information we can able to input to the accounting software? In that, the first one is ledger. Now ledger is nothing but the accounting head. So whatever accounts you create in the accounting software, that is in the form of ledgers. Different groups. Accounts means the groups. Tally provides you different 28 predefined groups in which 15 are primary and the 13 are subgroups. Next one is the voucher. To record day-to-day transaction, we use the voucher. So it provides the different types of vouchers. In that, contra voucher is there, payment voucher is there, sales voucher is there, purchase voucher is there. So as per the transaction, you can make the entry of that transaction by using the vouchers. Then inventory items, they are also known as the stock items. So to make the entry of inventory items, we use the concept of stock items, which we have to register in your accounting software. Next one is unit of measure. Now some units may contain the pieces, they are in the form of pieces. Some stock items, they are in the form of sets. For example, Tally version 7.2, this is in the form of set. Mouse, wireless keyboard, they are in the form of pieces. So like that, unit of measure is counted in the accounting software. And last one is go down. To keep your inventory items, we require go down. So ledgers, groups, vouchers, stock items, unit of measure and go down. This is the information which we can input to the accounting software to generate the meaningful result. Now what is the process? What are the processing entries we have to do? The first one is accounting voucher. Within the accounting voucher, all the entries related to transactions are entered. Inventory voucher. All the entries related to your inventory items, that is stock items, are entered. An invoice. So invoice is processed in the accounting software. Then what is the output report we get? In that, based on the ledgers, groups, vouchers, stock items, unit of measure and go down, we can generate the profit and loss account, which is a final statement. You can able to see whether the company is in profit or loss with the help of profit and loss account. Second one is balance sheet. It is a statement of assets and liabilities. So that also we can able to see. Day book. Day book contains cash book as well as the bank book. So the cash entries and the bank entries we can able to see in the day book. Trial balance, as you know, it is a arithmetical check of your credit side as well as debit side balances. And the last one is GST summary, that is goods and services tax summary. Actually, we are going to see how the goods and services taxes are applicable and how they are generated with the help of GST calculation. So here, working of accounting software contains your input, masters entries, processing entries and the output reports. So they are in these forms. So let's see the next slide. Now in this slide, we are going to see the process of accounting software, how the accounting software works. Now in this case, there are certain steps with the help of creating the different reports. Always the first step includes the creation of company or organization. When we want to make the entry of your, suppose you have started a business and you want to make the entry of your transactions. Now, after starting a business, it is important to create a company first. After creating a company, only you can able to type the transactions entries in that company. So always your first step becomes, that is creation of company or the organization with proper details. Second step includes the creation of ledgers giving appropriate groups. Now here, for your transactions, the ledgers are required, the groups are required. Now for example, if the transaction is cash deposited into bank, now it requires two different ledgers, that is cash account and the bank account. Now these two ledgers, they are created under bank account as well as the cash account. So proper group is required to create a proper ledger. Third step is the selection of correct voucher. Now as per your transaction entry, it is important to create a proper voucher. Now the same entry, same example we will take, that is cash deposited into bank. Now this entry for the voucher, for this entry the contra voucher is used, which is always related to the cash account and the bank account. So it is very important to select the correct voucher while doing the transaction entry. Next step is the GST calculation. Now when all the entries are done, then the next one is to make the entry of GST, whether you can set or alter the GST calculation or not. Next one is posting of transactions into the accounting or inventory voucher. Now whatever transactions are there, you have created now ledgers, you have created the inventory items, you have selected the proper voucher type. Now the entry of that transaction must go in the correct voucher type. It is very important. Otherwise, at the end, your company will show you the loss instead of profit. So it is very important whenever you make the transaction entry, then the first thing is to select the correct voucher. Then next thing is to select the correct credit side transaction and the debit side transaction. So when these transactions are correct, then only your complete entry of that transaction is correct. Next one is generate the reports such as balance sheet, income, expenditure, cash and bank flow statement. They are generated automatically once your all entries are entered in the correct voucher. So it is very important to generate the report automatically. All these facilities are available in the accounting software, that whenever you enter all the types of ledgers, whenever you enter all the types of transactions, then it generates the reports automatically. And the last step is to print the reports. Now in the accounting software, certain shortcut keys are given to print the different types of reports. So directly using such command, that is Control P or Alt plus P, you can able to print the reports, and that you can keep for the further transactions. So first step is the creation of company. Second step is the creation of appropriate ledgers under appropriate groups. Third third step is to select the correct voucher. Fourth step is the GST calculation. Fifth step is the posting of all the transaction entries into correct accounting or inventory vouchers. Sixth step is to correct or to generate the reports automatically. And the last seventh step is to print the reports. So in this way, it is nothing but a cycle of accounting software. So starting from creation of company till printing of reports, this cycle goes on continuously.